Hello, America. This is Podcast versus the World. My name is Cameron L. Abington. How you doing tonight? Hey, what time is it? 9:30 where I'm at. Ooh, it's getting late. We're in all your podcast locations where you find me at. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're everywhere. We're everywhere. Um, I appreciate if you came and jumped on board. We appreciate you being part of our day, of your day. I appreciate you letting me be part of your day. Um, Boy, we got an interesting one today. We got an interesting one today. Um, First, before I get started there, I want to tell everybody in LA, please, there's going to be a lot of protests. Guys, please don't give them what they want. Whatever you do, don't give them what they want. They want you to act out. They want you to burn cars. They want you to act a fool. Trump wants to make this into a government takeover state. He wants to prove to everybody that he is a big chief and he will use every person there as a pawn. Now, if you hadn't heard, before we get into the main topic of tonight's show, if you haven't heard, he changed his ICE raids from farmers, so they won't attack farms. They're supposed to have some kind of new legislation or something he's coming out with, um, which I bet that just ticked off a lot of people. I can only imagine. So, so we'll see what happens with that, which is always interesting. We'll see what happens. I believe what happened was the big time farmers came in and um, they shut it down. So you're not going to take our workers. I think we get everything so cheap. We're using them as cheap labor. And with Donald Trump, money talks, bullshit walks. So that's what happened. For years now, I've heard um, right wing commentators talk about the deep state. Big Brother's watching you. They're always conspiracies. Oh, the government's bad. Today, I'm going to agree. There's a New York Times report that said the Trump administration issued a directive to streamline data sharing across agencies with this group called Planeteer. All right. It's a tech backbone effort working with DHS, DOD, IRS, Social Security, HHS, and ICE. Um, so basically, what this company does, okay, go back. Palantir is a data analytics company founded in 2003. They're known for their powerful software platforms like Gotham and Foundry, which help organizations analyze and integrate large amounts of data. They initially focused on government work, but they've expanded into commercial sectors like healthcare and finance as well. Okay. So the story goes on and tells about what they do. They assist organizations in integrating and analyzing large data sets. Okay. All right. The company's AI driven tools support decision making, operating efficiencies across various industries. Okay. Why do we care about Planeteer? Okay. Why do we care? Well, it seems that our wonderful president, you remember he was writing all those directives when he was doing this little writing his crap. See how they put it. Um, let's see here. When he was doing his signing his stuff in the Oval Office, where one of them was he made a deal with Planeteer. Um, they got an $800 million deal with the Department of Defense um, Immigration and Customs Enforcement is what it says here. And then they got $30 million for immigration. But as the New York Times has reported, doing that is one thing. You're doing it for logistics, you're doing it for information. Why is Planeteer, why are they now, according to this story by the New York Times, okay, the New York Times says that they're working with Department of Human Services, Health Services, Department of Defense, the IRS, Social Security, Human Health Services, and ICE. That should make you worry. Donald Trump, for some reason, is now part of the deep state. He is what people have worried about, and it just keeps getting better and better. And this story just gets better and better. Why is he building a database on every American? Why? I don't understand why he needs to know everything about everybody. And it's not just he's working with the Department of Defense. You think, okay, maybe they're doing some kind of targeting, something, with everything going on. But no, he's in Social Security, Human Health Services, ICE, the IRS. Oh, and here's the best part. Here's the best part. There's no oversight. So now there's nobody watching this company. What are they going to do with all the information? Why hasn't Trump talked about it? Has Trump talked about it? I don't remember Trump saying a word. I haven't heard anybody talk about it. How did the New York Times got onto it? But with an authoritarian leaning regime, which that's what Trump is, they're courting clients like with ICE and the Israeli military, is what it says here. There's no transparency. Does Congress even know this is going on? I haven't heard Congress talk about it. There's no safeguards. Our information is being used for some kind of diabolical scheme by President Trump and his administration. There's no guardrails, there's no transparency, there's no ethical scrutiny. Nobody is sitting here saying a word about this while they take your information. We already know Elon Musk was doing it for his big computer system. He was doing the same shit. He was in all of our information. They're playing us like fools. They are playing us like fools. You're being watched. Law enforcement uses this information. Hospitals, some stuff I can understand, but there's no regulation. We're talking about infrastructure for social control. That's what we're looking at. And we don't know how this company is going to use this information. The algorithm is proprietary. Anybody can buy it. Nobody knows how this algorithm, the government or the public who doesn't know about nobody knows about this unless you're really into this kind of stuff. Gonna be a lot of conclusions made. What if, let's just say, we cut healthcare, and let's say an old insurance company goes to Donald Trump and it says, "Listen, we know you have this database. We'll pay you 25 million. Let us use it so we can find out who are the healthy people that we should insure and who are the non-healthy people, and we can change our numbers according to if they're insurable or not." I mean, it could be just that easy, just that simple. It's interesting. And the problem with this is, what if a company buys this algorithm and you're arrested or denied services based on some kind of um, a metric about you that you have no idea what they're looking at. You don't know what kind of factors they're going to put in it. It's automated justice, and you would never know why you're being denied services, why you're being denied different things, insurance, healthcare. I mean, what are we talking about? When we have corporate power like this without accountability, it's not good. It can be used to attack us. We did not elect Donald Trump to sit here and steal our information. We already got Elon Musk doing it, and Trump didn't say anything. This might be part of that also. We did not sign up for it. And who do you think is going to be able to pay for all this information on me and you, normal taxpayer? Hmm? How much you think it's going to cost? Millions? Billionaires can buy it to know your information. You should be outraged. I'm outraged. Under the Trump administration, Planeteer helped build ICE's important enforcement platform. Do you know what they can do with that information? They can track journalists, target political opponents. You think Trump ain't is a person that's you would trust going not going after political opponents? He just got a man fired from his job. Terry Moran. We talked about it the other night. We are praying that somebody in the White House has enough scruples, I don't know, integrity, not to use this information for harm. Do you trust them? They shouldn't have your information. This is just another one of Donald Trump's little plans that they have to control us. We have to talk to our congressmen because I believe somebody knows about this. There has to be oversight to this problem. They're hiding it from you. Have you heard Donald Trump talk about this? Have you heard him? I haven't. I try to listen very much when that man's talking. See, the problem is, do you want to live in a world where everything you do is tracked? It's enough these damn cell phones track us now. They track everywhere you go. You can sit there and they showed this one time. A man was they showed a man's walking route every morning. They said this is the route he does. He walks, and they showed it. They showed it to him. He doesn't deviate from it or not. Same path, same path, same path. Is that what we want? This is what Trump is doing. Now I don't know what he's doing it for. Let me be very honest, but I have no idea. If somebody can tell me, I'd be great. I'd be so appreciative. A program this powerful with the AI present has to have oversight. And right now, you have the messiest president in God's green earth over sensitive information about me and you, about political opponents. This is about everybody. Everybody should be worried because if we do not act now, somebody's going to decide how this information is used against us. I pray to God you listen to this episode and you're uncomfortable. That's the point. You should be scared. You should be worried out of your mind about somebody, a group of people. So we already know if Trump and his administration, if you talk against them, they're against you and they will attack you. They will go after you. It is nothing for them to go. They're petty. Messy and petty, that is some of the worst combination you can have for somebody. To be messy and petty. Information like this is not good. This is Trump's way to keep people online. You tell me he won't get that information if he knows that you're against him? Say, think of anybody. Political opponents. Say a congressman doesn't want to vote for a certain bill. He goes into his little AI, Palantir, find the information, and somehow you start voting for the bill that he wants or whatever he wants you to do. This is dangerous. And it's not like Trump wouldn't take all this information home with him. He did it before. Kept files at his house. We know he'll do it. Yeah, he don't care. And like it's not like there's no good Congress. It's cosplay Congress is going to do their damn job. They ain't done it so far. They've let him. This is the most corrupt administration in God's green earth. Corrupt. And I don't hear anybody saying anything about it. I haven't heard one Republican say, having these dinners for all your cryptocurrency people, they're gonna pay you over $1 million or whatever to meet you after your time. That might be wrong. Not one. Not one. Trump just uses our government, just keeps on keeping on. The Trump card, $5 million. You think the government's gonna get that? Yeah, right. There's been stories of people that gotten a pardon from Mr. Trump because they paid into his cryptocurrency. There's a story that needs to be talked about. That hasn't been. I haven't even said anything about it. That's one that we need to go through. This Palantir master master list is scary. Every American needs to raise their voice up. Now the problem is, these Republicans or these congressmen. I put them all in the same boat at this point until I see one. Until I see some more AOCs and some Bernie Sanders stand up. There's some more that I like. This is scary, man. You need to pay attention. See, legacy media, they won't talk about something like this. They won't. They won't go into it. They will not have a conversation that needs to be had about something like this. They won't. Because as a saying I've been using so far, and I love this saying, it's a terrible saying, but it's true. If it bleeds, it leads. This is not a bleeding story. It really isn't. Pay attention. Keep your rabbit ears on. Pay attention. Stay vigilant. Stuff like this happens. We have to sit here and watch each other's back. Listen, I've told you this before. This isn't about Republican and Democrat anymore. It really isn't. It's versus the 10% above and the rest of us. The rest of the 90%. That's who we are. And don't let them tell you different. We're all in this together. Now, thank you for everybody listening. If you made this far, please like and subscribe wherever you listen to this at. Leave any comments for me, please. The email me, personal information, whatever you want to talk about. If you have something you want me to go in more depth about, podcast versus the world 76 at gmail.com. Don't forget, TikTok, maybe YouTube also if I can get it to work. We're doing a live at 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Got a lot to talk about. I think one thing I would definitely want to talk about is if you're a Latino for Trump, a Cuban for Trump, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling? He's not doing what he told you he was going to do. All right. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel. I'm everywhere. Cameron Abington. You can find me on TikTok, Facebook, Podcast versus the World, all your podcasting locations. We're everywhere. We're trying to be everywhere. We're trying to be your place for information and news. That's the plan. I thank everybody that's listening. This is a serious one. This is a scary one if you think about it. But I appreciate everybody listening. Have a blessed day. Abington out.